It's Beth from Navigating Healthcare Canada. I'm in a parking lot waiting for Tony to finish an appointment, so I thought I'd give you a bit of a background about navigating healthcare and my first online course offering, Learning the Ropes. At the beginning of our own journey, my husband Tony and I thought it was just us experiencing frustration and sometimes even overwhelm. When we landed in Vancouver after Tony's transplant, we found a community. In the 4 months we were there, we found a peer group and had a lot of time in waiting rooms to talk amongst ourselves. We learned that some of the challenges we were struggling with were shared by others, and there were pieces that we'd navigated relatively more easily that others in our group had really struggled with. A number of the things others had struggled with that we hadn't were, not surprisingly, in my science teacher wheelhouse. My background in science and in science teaching came in handy both before and after Tony's transplant. And that's when I realized that I was in a position to really help other patients and families. The first big question we had is around learning how to make sense of the mountain of information coming at us and how to communicate effectively with a growing list of physicians and other healthcare professionals, and to figure out what we needed to ask and what they needed us to answer. Secondly, the question was, how do we get connected with peers and identify other important supports sooner in our journey rather than later? In our example, we have found a peer group, or could we have found a peer group before Tony's transplant? Thirdly, how do we keep from getting overwhelmed by all of it? How do we stay on top of the non-medical aspects of our lives when there's so much to learn and navigate in a system that heavily depends on patients and their support networks? And fourthly, what are the legal and financial pieces that you need to have in place so that your affairs are in order? These are the questions that form the basis of the 4 modules in the Learning the Ropes online course. If you are, or you know someone who is, dealing with these issues, then the Learning the Ropes course might be a good option for you or them. You can learn more at navigatinghealthcare.ca, and if you're there checking things out, please take advantage of the free 20-minute discovery call that you can sign up for.